So I just posted up that video of a cat tonight. Like I just saw this cat walking and I pulled out my camera to record it in case it did a stalker thing, and then it did. And it just went into a gate right as I walked up to the sidewalk. So I posted that up on my shorts. That happened tonight. And then earlier today, um, there was this squirrel ran out in front of me, or this guy ran out in front of me crossing a street. And then right as he gets in front of me, a squirrel runs out in front of me. And then right as it runs off, these birds come and fly in front of me and land. It was like one after the other, like perfectly synced with each other. And then I saw this cat last night when I was recording on Instagram. Like he just walked up to me and he was just staring at me. And then he like ran off as this black car was driving by me. Probably a stalker cat. And it's like anytime I see a cat, it's a stalker cat. Pretty much, I mean, there's a lot of birds out there, you know, so like some of them might be real birds, or just regular birds flying by or whatever. But a lot of the birds are synchronizing. A lot of them. All the time. The birds do it the most. The birds are just everywhere synchronizing all the time. And bugs during the summertime are doing it all the time. Let's see what's out my window though. Is there anything out my window? Is there gonna be things out my window? I bet there's things out my window. It's only 9:15. There's gonna be things out my window right now. There is a white car driving up, a white SUV. And then right behind him is a car with one lower light. And they just drove up right as I opened my window. Just drove by on the street. And then in the summertime, there's also always synchronized lightning and thunder. Does any other TIs get that? Because that shit is crazy. I just be thinking about that shit sometimes. I'm like one night I was walking around on this trail and there was nothing, like there was no lightning at all. And then right when I click go live on YouTube, there's a flash of lightning in the sky in the distance. Right at that moment. And then I don't think I saw any other lightning after that either. It was just right at that moment. I saw one flash of lightning in the distance. always syncing up the thunder sounds. Like when I'm in my apartment, they'll be syncing up thunder sounds with me doing things in my apartment. All the time. Every time there's a thunderstorm. It's wild. It's like God's gang stalking me or something. Like, damn, even God's gang stalking me? Damn. It's not, though. It's just a bunch of demons playing God with the weather machine. Well, here comes this car. He looks gang stalkerish. Whatever he is he gonna do a gang stalker thing? Fuck. I saw this thing. I don't know if it was like a bike or a car or what it was, but I don't see it anymore. I don't know. And then drones, like I don't see drones all the time, but I do. I mean, I do all the time, but like not every night, you know? But who knows? They might be out there with their light off or something. Like, they're probably still out there. But I don't see a drone tonight. I don't see one. But there's usually one, like, he's usually in the same place, I mean, when he is out there. You hear that truck engine? These stalkers syncing up with the stalkers driving by. These are stalkers syncing up with two stalker cars driving by, and one of them was a Domino's car. They are stalkers driving by to stalk. There's a white stalker truck coming up to stalk. He's gonna stalk with another stalker head or my refrigerator or something. He synced with another stalker head at the intersection. And then another white stalker head drove out, synced up with it at the other corner, and then there's other stalker heads driving out and they're stalkered up. And there's a cop, and he was stalkered up with the stalker heads. It was a stalker head stock orgy of stalker knits. And now there's no stalker tards. But I see his car in the background, and he looks like a stalker bot. And then right as he parks, this other car drives out, and he's parked like right where the car is driving out, and then he goes around the corner as the car goes around the other corner, like he's in the background. Like He's like in the background, like above that car, you know, that's in the foreground. You know what I mean? They're stalkered up with each other. From my perspective, looking out of my apartment window. Once again, as always, they're doing the same thing. So I'm on here saying the same things again because they're doing it again still. I wish I could get on here and be like, I'm looking out my window right now and it looks like a regular world. I see people walking by not stalkered up. This is beautiful. I see people walking by and driving around that are not stalkered up. But no, every video that I get on here, they are stalkered up. Everyone that I see. At least 95% of the people that I see. At least. Here comes a white truck. I don't know. I don't know about that white truck. He gave off a stalker vibe, but I don't know. It was just one white truck driving by and then one red truck driving by. So I don't know about those trucks. I'm sure one of them was a stalker. Probably the white one at least. Shit's stupid. I see two more stalker cars. They're stalkered up. It's a white car and a black car or something. Anyway, am I gonna see another cat out here? Sometimes I see the cats out my apartment window. But nah, it's just crazy today though that like that guy ran out in front of me and then there was a squirrel and then there was these birds and it was just all like orchestrated like a movie scene. Shit is weird as fuck. I just saw more stalkers driving by, I think, and then here comes another one. Maybe not. That car went by himself. Oh, there's a white SUV. Maybe not. Oh, these stalker heads, man. Well, my heater thing just clicked right now, and it was syncing up with me. This shit's so dumb, dude. Like my heater, it just clicks synchronized. It just does that. As stupid as it is, that's what it does. It clicks synchronized. This heater, it just like turns off and then it turns back on synchronized. And then like sometimes it'll do it synced up with a sound outside or something. Like one night it clicked, and right at that moment there was a truck beeping outside. Or it'll be my refrigerator turns on right as someone walks by in the hall. Or so what about y'all? Do y'all get the synchronized lightning and thunder or what? And then I also think that the wind is synchronized sometimes too. Like the wind will pick up synchronized. Or it'll just start like it started raining one night and it seemed like it was synchronized. Like fucking Truman Show. Not like a not just water pouring on me like Truman Show, but like the rain turning on synchronized like Truman Show. I don't know. It just seems that way sometimes. But definitely the lightning and thunder and probably my refrigerator right there was syncing with me walking by this window or something. But definitely the lightning and thunder though. Every time there's a thunderstorm, it's synchronizing over and over and over. And like synchronizing with traffic on the street and shit. It's just crazy. But like I went to Walmart tonight and they were closed. Like I guess they closed early because it's New Year's Eve or because it's Christmas Eve. So, but like I walked up to the door, and right at that moment, the wind just picked up all of a sudden, and like I don't know, man. I don't know if they be synchronizing the wind with the weather machine, but probably. And then there's other things that happen all the time. That happens all of the time. That I don't even want to talk about because it would make me sound crazy. But like, it does happen all the time though. And it's like some fucking. It's like adjustment bureau type shit. Shit is weird. Am I in a simulation, literally, or what? There's just like certain synced up things that happen all the time that's like I don't even want to say on here because I'll sound schizophrenic to the TIs even maybe, I don't know, but like there's some crazy shit that is happening all the time. But don't get the V2K. I've never got the V2K. I've never got the V2K, and I hope it stays that way because that sounds crazy. But like there's definitely something like I've talked about my dreams and shit. There's some weird shit going on. And I think they like project things in my head, but it's not like I don't hear voices in my head or whatever. But I don't know. It's just weird, dude. It's just really weird, and it's really weird how nobody can say anything. And it's really weird how I just. It's just really weird that I'm just like isolated and surrounded by stalkers, but then they act like they're not, and then I'm a schizophrenic, but I'm not. And then they just keep insisting that I'm a schizophrenic. I just keep recording the same thing every day, and then they just keep insisting that I'm a schizophrenic. Isn't that insane? I just keep recording the same thing happening. Every time I record at night, there's cars meeting me at intersections, and then there's nothing in between the intersections, and then there's cars at the intersections, and then there's a siren at the intersections, and then there's a train horn at the intersections, and there's nothing in between. But then at the intersections, there's things. Every video at the intersections, or maybe a crosswalk in between, there's things, and then there's nothing, and then there's things at the intersections. Somehow recording this makes me schizophrenic when it's happening right before my eyes and right before my camera's eyes. Somehow that makes me schizophrenic. What? Wait, what? This is so psychotic, dude. It's just 1,000 people playing stupid blatantly. It's just 1,000 people pretending like they don't know what I'm talking about, but they do though. And obviously, because they keep doing it. And then like laughing at and high fiving each other as they do. And then like completely ignoring all the synced up things on my videos. And insisting that I'm schizophrenic and that they're just cars. It's just 1,000 people doing this, just playing pretend when they're clearly, obviously, stalkers. They're either stalkers or I'm literally in a video game and they're NPCs and I just like woke up in the video game or something and everybody else is an NPC or something. It's either that or they're stalkers. Because they're just completely oblivious. They're just like, what? I'm not stalking you. Even though I'm going to stalk you right now as I'm saying that I'm not stalking you. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say anymore. For real. I'm just surrounded by stalkers. I'm just surrounded by stalkers, and I'm looking for a job, and I don't know if people aren't hiring me because they're stalkers, and they're told not to hire me because they work for the stalker network. And Simon is telling them not to hire me, so they gotta do what Simon says. Big brother Simon. I don't know if that's why. I can't find a job, or if they're just not, or if it's just people. But this one place, they still have a now hiring sign up after I put in an application there like a long time ago. And and it's right next door to me. Like I live right next door, so why not hire me, you know? Whatever though. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's the stalker things, why I can't find a job right now. But it was the stalker things why I lost my job, so yep. It's just stalker things happening on my job, so that's why I lost it. It was a decision that I made. It was a bad decision in hindsight, and I lost my job. But maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Maybe I was supposed to lose that job. I don't know. But every job that I've ever lost, whether it be I quit or whether I was fired, it seems, many of them at least, was because of stalker things. It's because there was people playing mind games and playing uh, uh, slander campaign games or whatever you want to call it. Playing fucking stalker games. Like people were just acting weird around me and I didn't know why because I didn't know anything about gang stalking. People were being weirdos around me because they were stalkers, deliberately messing with me to piss me off. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with all you people? I didn't realize it was because they were stalkers. There's a lot of people out there who are being stalked who don't realize that it's stalkers. Isn't that sick? That there's a lot of people out there who don't realize they're being stalked by stalkers. There's people acting weird around them and stabbing them in the back and doing weirdo stalker shit. And they're losing jobs because they're being stalked by stalkers and they don't realize that they're stalkers. So they're reacting to the stalker tactics and then losing their job because of it. Isn't it sick that they do this to people? Isn't it? Isn't it sick, dude? Isn't it sick that they do this to people? Isn't gang stalking a crime against humanity? No, really, though. Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it weird that I got kicked out of Hy-Vee and banned from Hy-Vee for bringing that sign into it? Just walking in there with a cardboard sign that says gang stalking is a crime against humanity. I wasn't yelling or anything. I wasn't like, gang stalking is a crime against humanity, motherfucker. I wasn't like that. I just walked in there with a piece of cardboard. And then they're like, well, like I did it a bunch of times before and nobody seemed to care. Like they gave me weird looks and shit because they're gang stalkers. They didn't really seem to care though. But then one morning, this guy comes up and he gets all in my face. And he's not like, I don't think he's a manager or anything or whatever, but like, he just gets all in my face and he's like, you need to get out. You need to take that and get out. And I'm like, I'll just carry it like this, all right? I just like carry it on my side and he's like, okay. And then like the owner guy comes over and he's like, you need to get out of my store. I'm like, can I buy this first? And he's like, yes, but then get out. Don't come back. And I'm like, why am I banned? Like, I'll just leave. I just won't come back with it, okay? And he's like, okay, whatever. So, like, he said that I wasn't banned. He told me that I wasn't banned. But I wasn't recording anything, so I can't prove this. But he told me that I wasn't banned. But then, oh, and he was like, and stop doing that other stuff you're doing. I'm like, what other stuff? And he's like, you know the stuff. I'm like, what? What stuff? He wouldn't tell me what other stuff. He's like, stop doing that other stuff you're doing. I'm like, what? Tell me. He's like, you know. I'm like, no, I don't. Tell me. But anyway, so like, whatever, like the next day or whatever, or a couple days later or whatever, I I assumed that he meant recording when he said that. So like I didn't. I was like, I'm not gonna record in the store anymore. Whatever. But I started recording on the way out the door one day. And then these cops pull up and they're like, you're banned from Hy-Vee. And I'm banned from Hy-Vee and I'm banned from the other Hy-Vee and I'm banned from all the Hy-Vee gas stations. For what? For what? What did I even? I don't even know what I even did. Did I record? Is that what it is? Because I recorded as I walked out the door? Or what? What did I do? I don't understand. I know I wasn't banned because I was going in the store after that day, like a bunch of times. Like it wasn't the next day, it was like a few days later when I recorded. So I know I wasn't banned. Like he told me I wasn't banned and then I was like going there like every morning. So it's like, why am I banned? I don't understand. Is it because they don't like my sign? Why don't they like my sign? Is it because it's true? Like, why don't they like my sign? If gang stalking is fake, then what does that hurt? It's like carrying a sign that says Spider-Man is gay or something. Or like it's like carrying a sign that's like it's like, what? Spider-Man's not gay. Like, bro, it's a sign. And he's a fictional character. Gang stalking doesn't exist, right? It's fictional, right? Anyway, that's just weird, right? That I'm kicked out of Hy-Vee for that. It's all just really weird, dude. Everything about life is weird.